All right, so we meet again. Yesterday, I had a great conversation with a coaching client on how to begin to deal with her impulsive emotional eating in the moment. And I think this might be a helpful tip for you. So, you know how we had a video before that said you can quit tomorrow, right? So, the idea of putting quitting off for basically 24 hours. Today, I show up, I choose to do the work, and tomorrow I can quit, right? We've had that conversation. But what I want to do now is talk about how we have these impulses to eat in the day, right? Our feelings, I always say, our feelings change like our underwear, right? We multiple times a day might be switching out underwear. We switch emotions actually way more than that. You could go and you might be feeling happy, and then you might be feeling sad, and then you might be feeling angry, and the feelings just keep on coming, right? Because we react to much stimulation through the day that creates different emotions for us. So then what that does is it leaves you super susceptible to self-sabotage when it comes to your eating. You've planned out your whole day, you're planning on eating at 1,600 calories, you're planning on doing the things, right? And then all of a sudden you get this bout of an emotion that really rocks your day. And before you know it, you're saying something to the tune of, I deserve to have that ice cream sundae at Chick-fil-A, or I have had a really rough day, I'm going to order pizza, right? What it is we're justifying our food choices based on the fact that we've had to experience a really difficult emotion. And I work with my clients on how to actually process that and how to come up with better solutions. But there is a tip and a trick that I want to share here that I think is universally helpful. And what it is when you have the desire in that 24 hours to self-sabotage, break away from what you originally planned because you feel an emotion, which, by the way, in probably 30 minutes from that point, you'll feel differently, but you'll have already eaten the food and feel badly about that, right? So the emotions are constantly rotating in and out. I always equate it to like leaves scooting by on a river, right? Like the leaves just keep on coming, or the ducks, or whatever you want to visualize. Those are all your emotions just sliding on by. And we always think that they mean something, but they really don't. Like most of those emotions you have through the day, it's just a lack of maybe having a different skill set to deal with them. But they're always coming and they never stop coming. And so if you let those ducks or leaves on the river dictate changes in your eating, changes in your professional life, changes in your personal relationships, right? It could be a dismal situation. So we want to be very cautious and see those emotions for what they are. They're just constantly cascading by. They mean nothing for the most part. And we're constantly being triggered by different things. So when you're in that 24-hour period and you have that moment where you go, I deserve the pizza, I've had a rough day, whatever the food is, I want you to pause and I want you to say, what did my morning self plan out? Because see, here's the thing. Your morning self, the one that maybe pre-tracked your day, pre-planned all your meals, got food in the crock pot and had something already planned, she was not affected, or he was not affected by the day. You woke up, everything was good. You walked into the kitchen, you said, okay, these are the things I'm gonna eat. You packed your lunch, you have dinner plans all figured out, and this you is clear, not affected, hasn't taken in any stimulation from the day yet, knows what they want to achieve, knows the goal. And we tend to throw that version of us under the bus when we are emotionally triggered. And so what I learned to do in my journey, and what I encourage my clients to do, is say, okay, I'm going to honor the morning me and what he or she laid out, but tomorrow, so I used to jump ahead in my Fitness Pal when I was using it. I would jump ahead to the next day and I would say, the food I feel I must have today, I will pre-track for tomorrow. So for example, if it's pizza for dinner, if it's Chick-fil-A for lunch, whatever it is, you would jump ahead to the next day and you would pre-track it for the next day, okay? And then what it is you can see it, it's visually there. The next day when you wake up and you're clear of thought, you can see that you're having either Chick-fil-A or pizza or whatever the thing is. And in that moment, you could change if you really want to, but you know that it's accounted for. And I would say to myself, can I get through this 24-hour period following the plan my morning self set up, knowing I get to have the indulgence tomorrow? And that helped me build resilience. It helped me build a little grit. It helped me build a little bit of a strength when it came to my emotional reactions to things, because I still was allowing myself to have those things, just not within the 24-hour period that I was having my toddler meltdown, right? Like I always talk about, there's like two versions of us, right? There's the version of you who's very clear, knows exactly what she or he wants. You have a plan of action. And then you have the you that's the toddler or the obnoxious teenager who basically wreaks havoc on that plan because they want something that's different. And I would say to that toddler part of me, yes, sweetheart, I know you're emotionally triggered right now. I know today's been a rough day. We're going to stick with the food plan we've had from the morning, and we're going to put off having the pizza till tomorrow. So you can definitely have it tomorrow. I would pre-track it for tomorrow. Seeing it in my food log allowed me to know that that was an option. And then the next morning, fresh, clear-headed me sometimes would have the pizza and sometimes would not. But I got to make that decision in the morning. And so what I started to do was to trust my morning self, not the version of me that was affected by the day and all the emotional triggers I was exposed to. I would say, what did the morning version? It's kind of like if you're a teacher, trusting the teacher's lesson plans and saying, oh, I'm going to stick with the lesson plans because I know that I need to get through this material, and if I break from this, I'm going to get behind, right? It's trusting the version of you who put the plans into action. But it's also not negating the you that feels emotionally triggered. And what this practice does is it builds up a little bit of strength for you. You start to see you have more control and power. And you see that you don't have to put off indulgences and white knuckle things forever and ever and ever. You can definitely have those things. You just don't want to have them impulsively in the moment. You want to teach yourself that they're fine, but they have to be pre-planned in. So I hope this lesson helps. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share these videos with anyone who could use them. And please let me know in the comments below how I can better help you. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.